So even the main street, the crossing street in Port Douglas, lots of sidewalk plantings, undergoing maintenance. They've just a bit watered, I can't understand that. This time of the year they've had a few showers just pretty much every day, but there you go. Bit of watering here. They actually, the council offers free mulch to people for the dry season, so I'm sure that these will be more heavily mulched down the track. We've got some lovely street trees along here in Port Douglas. There's a nice frangipani, all finished off, got a bit of rust on it. See, look at that tree there, got that arching over, got climbing vines all the way halfway across the road. Lovely fan palm. Climbing up that tree. So colourful. And here's Moses in the cradle, but this is the large one. We don't grow the large one at home. And I think from memory it's because they like tropical conditions. So they're quite a lot bigger than the small one. Some sort of alocasia there, elephant ears. Very ribbed. Probably only suitable for tropical climates, I'm guessing. Right. Here's your dwarf Moses in the cradle. You can see the difference in size. So we're walking towards Coles to get a bit of shopping done. Some interesting boutiques. So we've got really casual clothes and then really, touristy type clothes, real mixture. More crotons. So we've got our shopping, as you can see, and now we're walking down Owen Street. So another side street that's got a bit of planting here and there. Now we're going to cross the road. And there's some of the shrimp plant. That one with the red flower, I'm not sure if that's Pentas or Ixora. Got heaps of coleus here. Cordyline, ginger, lipstick plants. It's almost like this is the microcosm of the whole area. Lots of plants planted in a small space. Now this is a nice looking ginger. Look how tall that one is. Flowering, still flowering. That looks like a variegated yucca. We've got one of those at home, except it's about 1/3 of the size. And you've got these weird trees with the wavy leaves. Don't know what they are, but they're very tall and skinny, as you can see. Great avenue of cordylines here. Lovely little strip of them. Coming up to the main road, we've gone the indirect route back home because I knew I wanted to do a bit of tastings. When I say home, I mean the place we're staying at feels like home right now. Home is where you want it to be at the time. Alright, nearly there. Oh, that's a nice one, curly leaf. Beautiful. Quite different to the other ones around here. And contrasted beautifully with this really bright variegated foliage in front. Finally back to where we are staying. So somewhere a bit cheaper, not quite as manicured with the plants, but still quite a nice little area as you go in. Lovely pink just love that. Thinking about trying to grow them again. Failed once, but might give them another go in our backyard. Through to the reception area. Pool's over in there. Over to the right. A little bit further up the road. Another nice little patch of vegetation. Nice palms. Bungalow palms. These are relatively young for this area. Some of the palms around Port Douglas are really, really old. I've got a few little small garden beds coming up. Wow, look at these bromeliads flowering. Aren't they magnificent?
It's different at any time of the year, yeah.
So that's a whole clump of them together. Haven't seen that many together, all in flower. And you've got your variegated ginger at the back, cordyline in the front. On the other side of the garden bed, some more bromeliads in flower. And here are some lovely specimens of foxtail. That's a common name. You can see that rather than having a flat appearance, they kind of rounded in a brush, almost a brushy type shape. So that's why they call them foxtail. Got more tall, I believe they're gingers, not heliconias. Oh look, here we go. Got a lovely flower down here. So they just come straight up like a stick out of the ground. Now that's well over past this best, and there's another one further in. I'm not going to step into this garden bed, it's been recently watered, but right in towards the back there you can see another one that's fallen over, probably with the weight of the flower. Over here, sun's just catching these plants, so when you get up close you can see how bright they are. And here there's going to be 10 luxury apartments in the block behind. There's a little concept plan. I can just imagine myself in that car or on the balcony sipping some gin and tonic. Well, we can always dream, can't we? Back to the pathway, back to reality. Got a few bird sounds now. Unfortunately the traffic's getting heavier, so mostly drowned out by the traffic. I spotted some nice costus ginger through some gaps as I was walking along. We've turned down a side road, a little bit quieter now. John's just gone back to our unit. I'm meeting at high tide for coffee. Beautiful ginger. There's a little bud.
Morning.
Morning. We've got the what they call devil's ivy or pothos, and they don't take long to scramble up. The trees there. Got in there Dieffenbachia, which I've grown at home indoors, or I've grown it outdoors and brought it indoors for winter. So there are some plants that we can mollycoddle and grow in Adelaide. At the beach now, or across the road from the beach. Light winds in the morning and evening, so there's not much sound from the waves there. Got an avenue of palms along there. Now back to our place we're staying at. Need to get ready to catch the plane home. It's sad to say goodbye to this. Just across from where we're staying, huge lineup of crotons. And then more here with the red lipstick palm. So just a little last walk before we go back home. Checking out a few more plants. That's the ginger, more crotons, curly leaf. Really interesting against that. It's a busy road, it's on a main road, so a bit of noise in the background there. Back in Adelaide, it's now winter, and this is our version of a tropical garden. Not quite the same as what you see up in far north Queensland. Looking forward to the warmer weather again, so we've got more colour in the garden. So that's it from me. We'll see you again sometimes soon for a next garden tour. Bye.